understand how much Russia's discounted oil even matters in the context of India's fiscal balance sheet. If India stops buying Russian oil, will it be a big hit to the economy? Ashesha is joining in with that math.
Well, yes, since there's a lot of buzz about the oil purchases that are being done by India from Russia, we decided to take a look at whether it will really impact India if India were to go ahead and stop its oil purchases from Russia. Now, to just put things into perspective, India purchases nearly 1.8 million barrels per day of oil from countries other than Russia. This multiplied by 365 days a year translates to about 660 million barrels. That's the total quantum of oil India purchases from all countries globally, excluding Russia. Now, if at all these restrictions were to come into picture and India were to go ahead and stop purchasing oil from Russia, the cost, if purchased from several other countries excluding Russia, could inch higher by $5 to $6 per barrel. This translates to about $4 to $6 billion annually. So that's the kind of financial impact we could face if India does not purchase oil from Russia. Now remember, out of the total oil purchases that India does, Russia translates to nearly 30% of the total oil basket. So that's the quantum of oil India purchases from Russia. But remember, there's also a positive over here. Average oil prices have declined over the last 3 years. So Brent crude prices averaged at nearly $82.2 per barrel in calendar year 2023. They declined further to nearly $79.8 per barrel in calendar year 2024. And this year, so far, oil prices have traded averaged in the range of $70.6. In fact, it has now fallen further to nearly $68, $69. So that's the kind of downtick that we have seen in oil prices. So even if we don't purchase from Russia and purchase from other countries globally, the impact on India's crude oil basket and foreign exchange is likely to be minimal. Let's also talk about some of the other factors which could impact oil prices. One, of course, is global slowdown, which could weigh heavy on prices, and prices could come down, which will be a positive for Indians because we import a lot of our requirements globally. And apart from that, there is also risk of tariffs. So if at all tariff were to inch higher, and if that impacts oil market, then that will also be a positive for Indian exporters. So yes, all in all, the impact is likely to be minimal even if we don't purchase from Russia, because oil prices over the last 3 years have declined meaningfully.